What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. The winter market is here and I love it for many reasons. Prices tend to go down, down, down as there just aren't that many events to play in on the regional and up level. Konami takes a little bit of that break during the second part of December, but also people need to pay off bills and get a bunch of Christmas presents for people. So kind of a natural order is I'm gonna sell my Yu-Gi-Oh cards for this. Imagine getting a deck box or something really cool after selling some of your cards, but then you get your tax return checks coming up into next year along with the road to nationals and the heated up meta season. That's where the market explodes. So this is kind of the perfect time to start picking things up. Nothing pleases a Yu-Gi boomer like myself than a good old I told ya so. And when it comes to the Dragonmaids, boy did I tell you this would fall out. Oh, it's at $40 on TCG Player, John. I don't see it falling back under 30, John. I think the waifu tax is real. If it's not getting tournament results, if it is not really there doing it, it's bound to fall back down, even in a side set, even if there's less quantities total on market. Do you know how many volleys of buyouts it will take to actually keep this above $30? Way too many for any pockets that are actually interested in it, unless there's just one really rich weeb who is like, yeah, Kobayashi's Dragonmaids are my favorite. So you're gonna see this continue to fall out. I think you'll see this keep going down, and MathMechs most likely have the most meta impression on the market, which is why you see Albertine really digging its heels in the sand at a similar price, but there's just not much that this side set truly offers. The Lamplation already going way back down as well if you were waiting to pick him up. We see on eBay though, it is more expensive. So if you are wanting to prove me wrong, please use my TCG Player link in the description down below for all of your terrible buyouts, costing you nothing extra and supporting the channel directly. Now, continuing with that cooling market, Chaos Impact Special Editions sure did help with it, and it is so refreshing to day after day look at lower prices, except for Masquerena here, which you can still get cheaper on eBay. Always get yourself the better deals. But when I'm looking through here, save for under $30. It was trying to hold at 36 on TCG Player not too long ago, and these are absolutely the cheapest on market. 29. I did not think I would see this fast. This is freaking awesome. As a shorted secret that is in the most demand of the set, people are willing to sell their first edge cheaper as the Unlimiteds drive prices down. Another example here, Abomination Prison. I told you guys I thought it would be $15 relatively quickly. I thought that would be like 2 to 3 weeks, not just a couple of days. And we see it right here, 15 and under for multiple copies. Somebody was telling me on a stream that they thought that Unchained Trap Tricks was really good, and don't let me tell you how to live your life, but I was saying that it feels like you found one of the best places for Unchained to fit in terms of, well, I get real back rows backing my Unchained monsters, but you found like one of the worst places for Trap Tricks to fit in where it has much better things. They were explaining though how you can special summon this and do that. Prove me wrong. Just do it. You definitely can go to tournaments and play your deck, and if it works out, it's spicy. Gladly will I profile you if you top 8 a tournament, or top 32 in YCS. I can't believe Blue Tang is just going down like this. Into the depths the prices go. Marince's Blue Tang, under $9. Remember when this was 50? 30 to 50? 50 after pre-sales? Boy, how things change quick when people find out what's short printed, and you know, the actual quantities then get out there and they start throwing themselves on market. Striker Dragon, very affordable still, and everything else is about where it was, except for, look who's way up all of the sudden. Yeah, the people who wanted to make the quick sale sure did, and this is a little bit more now. We go into Spirit Warriors talking about our 6 a.m. link, but actually Magic Bullets are capturing a lot of people's attention on Dueling Book, constantly in top rated. I'm seeing this, I'm playing against it a lot, and it's really good. They have a lot of problems against Avermax and the BLS link, especially if the Avermax was made by Masquerena, and Utopia Double often ends up being one of their only outs, so do be aware of that play against them. And the 6 Samurai cards are slowly rising. We see Fuma back above $10, Kizaru matching as well, so people are sweeping these up off of the market. Do you want to get swept up into the hype? There's very low quantities, so if you're waiting for this, I may actually get it now rather than later, but it could just simmer back down. One addition to the ban list, though, a gateway. You're always speculating with a ban list could just skyrocket these. So maybe don't wait if you're really on that itchy panic. I gotta play this. I'm gonna play this. Then get it now. Otherwise, I'd wait. Harpie's Feather Duster is the talk of the town in many places because it's in the OCG Shaddoll structure of that deck. To that I say, if we do get it peeled off the list, well, don't buy any of these lesser versions. Well, it's an alternate art, so if you really like it for the art, then yeah, sure, get it. But it'll still go down once the other common comes out. If you need to foil it out, though, and it peels off, I do feel like this will be more towards 20s, even with a more available copy. So the original SDD is a prismatic-like secret rare, and these are more regular secret rares out of Joey's and Yugi's world, so just kind of pick the one that you like most if you gotta hollow out your deck. Speaking of hollowing out your deck, something's bottomed out completely. Called by the Grave Prismatic, thanks to the Dude version coming out in Ultra, is at a point that I think we won't see it lower than this ever again. We're seeing it $417, free shipping if you buy other stuff from this guy, $420, blaze it. You got this, where you can get it from this guy, under $5 for multiple copies, and on eBay, I think it's towards $5 on almost all of them. The Dude copies are towards $3, so when you have a $4 Prismatic Secret and a $3 Ultra, something is going to give when every single version of Called by the Grave, I think, is above $2. If I'm not mistaken, even the common is pushing that. So, yeah, it's at 180. So, with every single version hovering this price, I think the Prismatic Secret will start to trek back up pretty soon towards 7 to 8. I would definitely get my copies around now than if you've been waiting. I told you guys to wait. $15, $10, $8. Oh no, there's an Ultra, $8, and continues to fall. This is definitely the bottom out point where it's starting to push the boundary versus the Ultra itself. Now there's a set coming out in January. We don't get any sets in December here, I think, besides that Speed Duel set and the Chaos Impact Special Editions. Legendary Duelist is coming. There's a couple of things to be aware of. There's going to be spiral hype on the release of this. People usually get this initial shock. Remember, there were buyouts when it was announced, and it's kind of trailed off. So go ahead and pick up the pieces of spirals now before it's too late versus what you actually want. Like, see, remember that how these were like $4 or $5? Yeah, you can get them for $1 again. But it's gonna happen, I believe, that where you get this second wave of hype that we always get where people panic when something's coming out. And oh no, it topped 1 regional or 2 regionals. Now, spirals are to be feared. Amazing deck, tier 0 deck for its time. I would not underestimate this and how it's evolved, and I would get my pieces if I'm interested in it. Also, heroes are going to be supported, and the Vision heroes, I have trouble seeing this pop up above $12, but at the same time, I would want both Increase and Ferris for almost any hero deck I'm playing in this metagame. An amazing toolbox engine. Definitely would want to get my copies sooner than later if I'm considering heroes, and, you know, we're gonna get support that really does hype everything out. We get the new Bubble Man, as it were, and people are definitely gonna want to be trying that out. But the extra heroes, none of them have reprints, so I would be on these, even though some of these are easier to get, such as the Legendary Hero decks. They could start to bolster up because the Legendary Hero decks really don't have a lot of value to answer for, and people would gladly want to, you know, rip open something for an excuse and value if this does go up off market. And you see very low quantities of sellers on these as well. And then Cross Crusader, as a rare, has been $1.50 to $2 for a long time. Psychic Wielder, voice crack by the way, is a secret rare that did not get reprinted out of Savage Strike that is also a tuner. Maybe something to look forward towards as we get Halifibrex, aka Needle Fiber, coming out soon. This is very cheap versus where it once rested at $20 hype for BA, and I would think that I would want a couple of these in my trade binder just in case it's something that catches on. And finally, Evenly Matched is climbing up. Even though the winter market tends to cool things off, there's some things that just go up over time consistently and throughout. Evenly Matched seems to be one of those, and the secret rare originals sure are near the price of even the ultra rares. So whenever something like this happens on a high impact card, Well, sometimes you see a seller with a ton of them too, though. I think the secrets and higher rarities at one point will pull away as it sees more use. So this is just a card to pay attention to. I don't know that it'll have a reprint coming, but Konami does have that tendency to do, that reprint was so good, let's do it again, kind of thing. And we could see maybe an evenly matched in the March set. Once again, we'll have to look forward and see what Konami's thinking. But right now, it's starting to climb. And a lot of people are starting to even ask for a reprint for it. I think you had your chances towards $30 playsets of this, and I don't know that it needs to be reprinted, but Konami very well could do that in the March set. So buy with caution. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the conversation. Check out the Patreon if you want to support the channel directly. And yeah, I just think the winter market is one of my favorite times where we're seeing these kinds of crazy dips and very, very few buyouts happen. People are asking me again, should I get my Masquerade sooner or later? I think it could dip towards 25 with the special edition, but it sure is doing it slow, so I don't know about that. And I think during the upcoming meta season, it could hit 40 or even more. Like, during the Road to Nationals, things tend to do that. I'd love to see this in Secret Rare, though, in either Battles of Legends or the Megatons. I'm really looking forward to it getting a rarity bump at some point. Thanks for watching, everybody.